Well, one has to say that it's very unusual. We never experienced this in our life, and I don't think we'll experience it again, hopefully. But at the same time, people are cooperating in following the services from the different churches that are being streamlined through the social media, and we have a lot of people following these. So they tell me for them it's a consolation that although they cannot come to church, whatever they used to experience in church with others, now they experience in a way on their own through the social media, but it leaves an impact on them. It does help them to keep in touch with the church.
Well, the church is not just a place of prayer, it's a place of communion, of connection. The congregation, especially the older generation, will miss the social aspect of Easter. What's your advice to them?
No, I think that we have to accept the situation. Many people in the world never had the luxury of being able to go to church regularly. Some people see a priest once in a month, even next door to us in Spain. Others even more rarely than that. But they are taught to keep in touch with the church through their prayers, and if they cannot receive communion, like many people cannot, then they are encouraged to make an act of spiritual communion, which the church teaches is not the same, but it leaves the same effect. No, it's like receiving Christ spiritually and not materially, let's put it that way.
Well, the lockdown gives people time to reflect. What would be your message?
I think this is a time when we can find ourselves. When we think about our past, I think we can realize that there are so many things we do and we feel are important, which then we realize are not important at all. The basics of life, what is most important in life, comes through now, I think. We have to shed our frills, which are not so important, and concentrate on what's really important. I think that is coming through. If you look around us now, we see so many people wanting to help, wanting to show their compassion, their spirit of brotherhood. Look at the money that was given to the GHA, how people volunteered to help out. The best comes out of people when we are at our worst. And I think that's, in a way, a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing what's happening, but it has brought us somehow to our senses.
So in a way, living Easter more than ever.
It is living Easter, because what is Easter about? It's about death and resurrection. It's about suffering and then joy. Easter happens every day. It's not a question of saying Easter is just when Jesus came back to life after he was killed on the cross. Easter is our experience every day when we feel, for example, in sin, and then we realize forgiveness. When we have anger and we overcome that anger through an act of acceptance, revenge that comes into our hearts sometimes because of somebody who did something wrong. We have to overcome that, because those things kill us. That's death. And once we overcome those negative feelings, then we are like in a resurrection.